Next up on the docket is a situation surrounding the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. WWE hedged their bets with Stephanie McMahon announcing that either Daniel Bryan will defend the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank in a stretcher match versus Kane, or if Daniel Bryan is unable to compete, then the Money in the Bank ladder match would become a world title match itself rather than just giving you the opportunity to have one at a later date. At that time, it will have taken a month and a half to finally reach a definitive decision on the top title in the company. And the question is, which direction do you prefer?
This is fucking stupid. Look, what she should have done was say, all that's going to happen is that the Money in the Bank ladder match will be for the title. And in that match, Daniel Bryan, you will either be fit to compete and defend your title, or you will lose your title without ever having defended it. Screw this whole shit with Kane and the stretch match and all this bullshit. I am so rooting for Daniel Bryan not to make it to Money in the Bank. It's not even fucking funny. I am so fucking sick of seeing Kane on my TV. What doesn't WWE understand about this? The dude is fucking boring. His gimmick doesn't work in the reality era. I can't take him seriously anymore. And especially with all the See No Evil shit that happened with him last month, or not even last month, because it's been a month since it's been fucking defended. 2 months ago, in the feud with Daniel Bryan, I'm just so tired of seeing him. And why is Kane getting this opportunity anyway? What did he do to merit one World Heavyweight title shot, let alone 2 in a row? That's the only question I have. And, please, just Daniel Bryan, go take some time, be with your family, heal up, relax, go on a juice diet, do all the things that CM Punk is doing right now. Because we don't need to see you for a little while.
As someone that has a ticket to Money in the Bank 2014, I really don't want to see Kane versus Daniel Bryan in a stretcher match. I also really don't want to see somebody win the Money in the Bank briefcase. So this offers a rare...
I had to see Del Rio and Jack Swagger.
Yeah, but you also went to WrestleMania. You also get to see CM Punk versus The Undertaker.
That's true.
Did I emphasize CM Punk? Anyway, so I would have loved Manny's idea because it would have taken out the Money in the Bank briefcase and also would have set up for a great return for Daniel Bryan because the match could happen whether or not. So you could have everybody enter and then everybody's chanting, yes, 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 and either the bell rings or his music plays and everybody goes nuts. It would have been a great moment if he could have made it back, and it would have been, some good build up there. Now it's like you're building up 2 matches and there's uncertainty going into the show and you don't know what's going to happen, and it's kind of a clusterfuck, and it really doesn't need to be. I didn't like the way they set it up. They kind of abandoned the whole Brie Bella thing, which is weird, and I still don't see why she just can't vacate the title now and just hang it up in the... It's like that's what she wants to do it. Why can't she just do it? I don't get it. So hopefully this ends up in a ladder match for the title, because I would actually like to see a new champion be crowned, because I've never been there live for that, so we can go with that.
I'm a huge fan of Daniel Bryan. Don't get me wrong. But I think enough is enough. They need to strip this guy of the title. There is nothing else that you can do. It's been going on. This has been going on since what? I think the night after Extreme Rules. I understand that we had Dean Ambrose go on for basically 7 months without defending his title, but it's a mid-card title that no one honestly even remembers still exists. This is the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I'm going beyond my fandom, and I want to do what is best for business. As annoying as Triple H and Stephanie use that phrase, you got to do what's best for business. This is not working for me right now. The roster has been exposed. The roster is not good enough to warrant not having your main champion on the show. And honestly, I think that it's a bit silly that Stephanie McMahon, who hates Daniel Bryan so much, she's basically giving him a chance all the time. Like, oh, I hate you so much, but I'm going to give you till next week. And then the next week comes, all right, I'm going to give you until next month, even though I hate you so much. It's a little bit silly. They just need to get the belt off of him. And as far as Kane is concerned, look, I grew up a huge fan, but I think his time is up. I don't like the whole idea of the reality era not having an imagination, but I don't think Kane fits this role anymore, because to be honest, Kane has been in terrible storylines ever since he took off his mask, to be quite honest. He has not had, I can't tell you 3 great storylines he's been in since then.
Shit, Katie Vick happened with the mask.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah. It's a good thing I'm not in creative because this is a very difficult situation.
Very good thing.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means it's a very good thing.
Mr. Undertaker versus Kane at WrestleMania with a moat surrounding the ring with alligators and...
Damn right! That'd be awesome.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Shit, they can do it now. Not like his match would mean anything.
Oh.
Anyway, I actually like the idea that Manny proposed of outright making the Money in the Bank ladder match the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match either way. It kills two birds with one stone. It ensures that the show will go on in the Money in the Bank match, and it also puts the idea of the stretcher match with Kane on a stretcher itself. And hell, they could put the whole damn feud in a meat wagon and send it to the coroner for all I care.
You see, and you know how amazing of a moment it would have been to have, like, and how are they going to build this up? They're going to have the people in the Money in the Bank ladder match running around going, yeah, we don't really know what we're climbing up a ladder to grab, but hey, we'll be fine with either one. And then you got Kane running around doing whatever the fuck, not knowing if he even has a match or not. It's like asinine. At least if they had stripped the title and was just in the ladder match, you could actually have people know what they're fighting for, legitimate build-up, legitimate anticipation, because now it's gone from a shot at that title to the title. Like, that's big stuff right there. And then if Daniel Bryan came back, you have like this huge moment of, like, he makes a surprise return and fights valiantly and wins the ladder match to keep his belts after the injury and wins them again. And people would love that, and it would set up some real momentum for Daniel Bryan moving forward. If he gets announced he's coming back and beats Kane in a stretcher match, where do we go from there?
And, you know, I don't know what their obsession is with Kane and putting him into this feud, but they could have still done it with the ladder match. Just put Kane into the ladder match and have some segments in the Raws prior with Stephanie McMahon in the back telling Kane that Daniel Bryan is absolutely not to rise up and get that title if he enters the match. So you have Kane focusing on Daniel Bryan, trying to eliminate him, make sure he doesn't win the title, while everybody else, I don't know, maybe John Cena gets in the match and comes to his aid, fights off Kane, because that's just what he does. But, you know, it could have been perfect, but they playing.
Yeah, they really are making some weird choices in this situation, and I know they're doing it to cater to Daniel Bryan, but the question has to be asked, how much of this is actually working? Sure, he gets to hold the title, well, whoop-de-damn-do, because that's pretty much all he's doing, literally holding the title. But the way that I see it, it would have been a better fit to keep him off TV, refresh his character, give people a chance to miss him, and boom, he comes back in grand fashion. But the way that they're throwing him out there and incessantly involving him in the show, it's not coming off well.
The problem is you can't let him stay off of TV when he's holding the title that they should have stripped from him last month.
Also, during that segment on Raw, Daniel Bryan had an advocate to speak on his behalf. That person was John Cena, who had a pretty entertaining exchange with Stephanie, if I do say so myself. He basically was there to tell Stephanie that she's sucked and Daniel Bryan wouldn't give up the championship because he knows that she won't let him get another chance at it. Here we go again with a situation where Daniel Bryan is seeming like the least important guy in the conversation. Because while I can enjoy Stephanie and John Cena's part in the segment for the entertainment value they provided, this did absolutely nothing for me where Daniel Bryan himself is concerned. This prevented him from making himself look like a punk, but that doesn't mean it made him look like any kind of hero in return. I'm not going to look at this and say, well, alrighty then, okay, yeah, this makes it perfectly acceptable that Daniel Bryan still has the world championship. Shit, nothing that I've seen thus far has made me okay with the fact that he still has the championship. And I'm at a point right now where I was going to say I hate to say this, but I really don't hate to say it because it's the truth. They made the wrong call with keeping the championship on Daniel Bryan. I cannot imagine what could have been worse with giving him the opportunity to go home, be unseen, unheard of. Because whatever benefit they think they're getting with keeping the title on him, it damn sure isn't worth it.
It's definitely a new strategy because they're trying to accomplish their goal of finally burying Daniel Bryan by actually showing confidence in him, which is weird, but it's a bold strategy, and we'll see if it pays off for him.